Hello, once again, Star Wars Unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba. Loving The Mandalorian. Loving the end of the Bad Batch, although cried here for Tech. But I'm loving the Mandalorian. I will say that my nostalgia for both Star Wars and Star Trek The Next Generation has been on full, dialed up to 11. And I mean it because I'm not one of those people that is a hater of Star Trek. I never have been. Anybody who watches my channel or listens to me on podcasts knows this. I am very much a Star Wars and Star Trek fan. I'm a Star Wars collector. I don't really collect Star Trek. I used to. I did collect the Playmate figures, but after a while, it was getting to be a little bit overwhelming, and I had a lot of Star Wars figures coming out too. And I said, all right, something's got to give, not just for finances, but also for room. And so I stuck with Star Wars. I probably should have, looking back on it, I probably should have stuck with Star Trek when it comes to based solely on space. I probably should have stuck to Star Trek because I think I would have had a lot. They didn't come up with nearly as many toys and figures and things of that nature for Star Trek as they did for Star Wars. But no, I'm a Star Wars fan. You know, that was my lifelong love and obsession since I was 6 years old. So I absolutely, and Star Trek, while I love, I do just enjoy it from the entertainment aspect, kind of exclusively. So yeah, so this week we've been getting so much, the last few weeks we've been getting so many things coming from, revisitations from the prequels and the sequels and the original trilogy and Mandalorian, and it's just been a joy to see things that have it all kind of tie together. And from Star Trek, for those, spoiler alert for those who haven't been watching the last season of Picard, but the whole gang is back, and they even got the Enterprise back, the Enterprise D, and I just loved seeing them on that bridge again. So I can't wait for the last episode, hoping they all survive it, but we'll see what happens. So just excited for pop culture in general right now. So anyway, what do we got here? We got 2 Entertainment Earth. It's almost something I exclusively buy from because I know I'm going to get it, and I know it's going to generally be in good condition when I do. So it's just easy to keep track of. I have had 0 issues with them. I say that, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, we're starting with, from The Mandalorian. Okay, we are starting with a droid, HK-87. All right, let's get him open. Yeah, I've decided that I'm limiting my Black Series collecting. I'm not going to continue to buy figures with them. Unless they are figures that they have not announced or they don't plan on releasing in 3 3/4 inch. That's kind of my goal. But in some cases, I might pick a few up. But this is nice. Ooh, this figure's kind of nice though. This is different. All right, this figure is let's see. Oh, gotta get his blaster. Oh yeah, blaster's my favorite. My favorite and yours. Is he right-handed? Is this droid right-handed? I'm gonna say yes. This droid is right-handed. Unfortunately, his right hand is not keeping the... Come on. All right. This is an interesting outfit. Look at this. I mean, some of this stuff was kind of hard to make out in the film itself, or in the episode, but it's got like a half arm cloak. He's got his droid legs. Now this is HK-87. Based on the antiquated assassin droid design, a pair of HK droids serve as bodyguards for the magistrate Morgan Elsbeth on the world of Corvus. So, oh right, this is the one where that I think this is from last season where Ahsoka made quick work of. So, but cool figure, something different. Now, stand test could be tough. Stand test could be tough because there's a lot of weight on the top and very little brittle legs. But he works. Okay. Passes the stand test. Awesome. And then he falls over. Oh, HK. I might have to HK-87. Some of these it's hard to make out. Okay, and this was a bigger box, so I'm a little bit curious if there's more than one thing here, or if it's just a larger item, or just like sometimes is the case, they just making sure. Let me grab my invoice. Ooh, come out with something. I like that they occasionally still have magazines. Okay. Speeder bike and Scout Trooper. All right. Whoop. Speeder bike and Scout Trooper. This is obviously to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. Kind of a cool throwback. I'm trying to see if I have the old one here. Do I have the old one? I don't. I might. Looking around, I probably should have. I do. It's not like this, though. The old one, I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. And it's actually, I don't want to knock everything over. It's probably hard to see from there. But this is it. That's more like down here with the green background. So I like that they give it a little bit more of a look. Came great in Entertainment Earth. Am I going to open it? Maybe not. Maybe it's someday, but not today. I have a lot of speeder bikes. I just liked, again, I'm a sucker for the vintage packaging. I'm a sucker for that darn racing stripe. And I am a sucker for the Return of the Jedi logo. I think it's because I was so much more cognizant of what movie tie-ins were by the time I was 12 when Return of the Jedi came out, that it just made sense to me. And I just was really excited. And there was no shortage. I mean, Star Wars came out, there were no toys. And I was too young to go into the store anyway. Empire Strikes Back came out, there were toys. But, I had to go, I wasn't making toy runs. Which is weird, because my family, my uncle, ran two stores in a mall next to a department store called Jamesway. I don't know if anybody remembers that one. Not a very popular store, but it was a department store, and it was like an anchor store, and we'd go in all the time, and there were toys, and there were Star Wars toys. That's probably where I got most of my toys from, like the 80s from like the late 70s to the end of the Star Wars collecting time. So this is beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of art with the box, the photo, a really, really good look to the speeder bike. Now, I might open it eventually at some point, but for now, just going to find a nice place of honor right here on the display. So that will do it for today's unboxing. Please share, like, subscribe, hit the notification button. There's plenty more unboxings coming, some more figure reviews, some more, I have a little bit of, I put something out from a Disney trip that I just did. I have something else that I'm planning on sharing in the future, but it's going to take a little bit more prep work to get together. So we got a lot of things on the plate coming down. So thank you so much for watching. Check out all the other content on the Red 5 Network. And until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.